Hey guys, welcome into our week 3 team builder for KDA. This week we are going up against my good friend FattyonCrack. Yes, that is his Discord name. And he has a pretty scary team. So he is rocking a rain team. So we're going Sun versus Rain this week. So he has Dialga, Tapu Fini, Pelipper, Mega Swampert, Umbreon, Jirachi, Motherfucker, Sniped Raging Bolt from me, Terra Kingdra, and Terra Orthworm. And if you guys have not seen the update video about my transactions, we ended up dropping Hitmontop, Sandy Shocks, Cramorant, and Scovillum. And we picked up Galarian, Zapdos, Gastrodon, and Terra Diplin to add a little bit more defensive backbone and a little bit more offensive pressure. So now, when building for this, I initially saw that if I brought Sun, he can get Photosynthesis, Raging Bolt. It's just going to be a Sun on, Sun off, and Pelipper has Recovery, whereas Ninetales does not. So, I decided to scrap Sun this week. I decided to fully scrap Sun. We're not bringing Sun. It just makes more sense for us to try and play into Rain, then play and try and play with Sun with potential rocks and all this jazz. Pelipper gets Roost. Not really in the mood to try and do that. So, my first initial thought was, cool, water types. There's a Mega Swampert, there's a Kingdra. We'll bring Gastrodon. With Storm Drain home the leftovers with Scald, Earth Power, Toxic, Recover. 248 in HP, 252 in defense, 8 in special attack with a bold nature. This is one of our main checks to physically offensive Kingdra. Mega Swampert helps us with Dialga in a way, but that's not my main answer to Dialga. Jirachi as well. And yes, I do know Mr. Terrain, we can't Toxic, so we just got to get Tapu Fini out the way, or find a way to deal with it so I can start Toxicing things. Very important. Up next, I saw Dialga was a bit of an issue this week because it can be like a Scarf set, it can be Specs. Sorry guys, I just woke up. It also can be a just AV as well, but also gets like Fire Blast, Thunder. What better way to check a Dialga than with a heat-proof Bronzong? So Liberty is here, holding the Chester Barrier, Body Press, Future Sight, Rest and 9 defense, 248 in HP, 8 in defense, 252 in special defense with a Calm Nature. So we're fully sped Fire Blast to Bronzong does like 28% max. This thing ain't gonna find it fun trying to deal with Bronzong. And Future Sight, between Future Sight and if I can somehow get to +6 with Body Press, we should be able to 1v1 Fini. Which is really good for us. 1 second guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, Bronzong looks extremely good in this match, especially if we can somehow get to +6. He has nothing on his team that really wants to appreciate a Body Press. Max HP, max defense, Tapu Fini takes like 29% min or max. So, nothing's still going to appreciate a +6 Body Press. Up next, coming off the bench, Gary's also coming off the bench. All our newbies are coming off the bench. New recruits are going to put on work this week, I hope. We have Maverick, our Galarian Zapdos on the Choice Scarf with Defiant with Close Combat, Brave Bird, Trailblaze, and U-Turn. 80 in HP, 252 in attack, 176 in speed with a Jolly Nature. This is here to outspeed Dialga and below. No, not Dialga. Max Speed Jirachi. It's here to outspeed his entire team. Bearing, Scarfers, and Swift Swimmers, obviously. He has generally no switch-ins to CC. Like, if you think Pelipper's a switch-in to CC, you're wrong. Tapu Fini's really the only thing, and Brave Bird still hurts. Trailblaze does like 59% minimum to Swampert, and we never die to Waterfall and Rain because of our bulk. Zapdos just looks extremely good in this match. Too good not to bring it. Lastly, our new recruit. Other new recruit is also coming. We have Schnapple, our Diplin, or our Driplin, holding the Eviolite with Sticky Hold to make sure our Eviolite cannot get knocked off. With Giga Drain, Dragon Tail, Draco, Meteor, and Recover. We have Terra Grass. Made sure. I'm recording this before the battle, just so you all know. We can sort things out. We are Terra Grass. We're meant to be Terra Grass. With 248 in HP, 164 in defense, 96 in special defense with a bold nature. This eats a Dragon Pulse. It eats 2 Dragon Pulses from max special attack Raging Bolt without photosynthesis. So we ball it. Terra Grass looks extremely good into this match as well. Dragon Tail, Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor does like 39% minimum to Dialga, depending on its EV spread. It just looks extremely good. Fun fact, we take like 22% minimum from Ice Punch from Mega Swampert. We balling. Up next we have Newgate, our King Gambit, holding the Black Glasses with Supreme Overlord with Kotor Cleave, Low Kick, Sucker Punch, Sword Stance, 248 in HP, 252 in attack, 8 special defense with the Adamant Nature. Once again, this looks extremely good in this match. We just somehow have to get Tapu Fini low. That's our main goal. If we can get Tapu Fini low, we should be able to win the in-game with Gambit. Because Black Glasses Sucker Punch hurts like a motherfucker. Last but not least, I had a difficult time choosing this last mon. And that's because there were a few mons that actually did well into his team. But I ended up going with Yokai. I'll Flutter Main home the choice specs with Photosynthesis with Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, and Mystical Fire. 164 in HP, 252 in special attack, 92 in speed with a modest nature. I was originally thinking Scarf, because Scarf actually outspeeds in his entire draft, including Swift Swimmers. But between Scarf, Gyarados, Sucker Punch, King Gambit, I should be okay. And with the bulk I have, he has 0 switch-ins between Moonblast and Shadow Ball. Like his only switch into Shadow Ball is Umbreon, which doesn't die to Moonblast, but takes a lot of damage. So yeah, there's the team going into week 3 of KDA. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the battle shortly. Alrighty guys, we are in the battle. The first thing I see, and that takes a huge weight off our shoulders, is no Tapu Fini. No Tapu Fini actually means he has a fake resist to CC from Gyarados and Pelipper, and Bronzong can kind of go hard if we get like if we deal with Swampert, and depending on what set Jirachi is, Bronzong can kind of go hard. So and there's no Umbreon or Orthworm, so which is really good for us. Now here I noticed that he has 0 switch-ins to, his only switch-in to Moonblast is Jirachi. So, I just lead with, Flutter Mane here. Here, I click Moonblast. Right. I was fully expecting him to switch to Jirachi, and I was this close to clicking Shadow Ball. Because Shadow Ball, has a 17% chance to OHKO Pelipper, whereas Moonblast always kills. So I decided, if I can get Pelipper out of here straight away, turn 1, this makes this game a lot easier for us. And Pelipper goes down. So which means that if he is not Damp Rock, he only has 4 turns of Rain left. Yeah, you can see Rip Ballsy. I just say on whose end. Don't know why. At the time, I was just hard zoned into thingy, so I wasn't really focusing on the chat and what they're saying. So here, I just go high Gastrodon. Gastrodon's here to help Wall Swamp it. Does 44, so we know he's max attack adamant. Here we just click Earth Power. He is Spadef. He's a bit of a Spadef Jirachi here. And here, him clicking Iron Head means that Iron Head is his best move against Gastrodon. So if I always have Gastrodon, I should always win this 1v1. Well, not always, but there we get a crit. Crit does 51. This onslaught goes on for a good minute. I start scolding here to try and burn this thing. Still no burn, which sucks for us. Like I said, this goes on for a few turns. Which is a little frustrating. Then he hard switches to Kingdra. And we do burn the Kingdra. And at this time, I didn't know if he was physical or special. And I had a look at the calc, and a Choice Specs Draco Meteor does about like 70% to Gastrodon, and I need Gastrodon as healthy as possible. So here I just hard switch to Bronzong. And this damage actually reveals he is Specs, which is great for us. Knowing this knowledge now, really early on means we can play around this pretty easily. And here, this is a free iron defense for us. At this moment in time, he does not know if we're Levitate or Heat Proof. I probably could have just played this out and continue iron defensing here, but I don't want to risk it. Here he clicks Stone Edge. So yeah, so I probably could have just spammed iron defense and clicked rest. Terra Grass, Ice Punch is a clean 26. Giga Drain, and our boy Terra Driplin takes his first kill, which is great for us. Killing, honestly, his second biggest threat on his team, other than Dialga. But without Rain Swampert, Mega Swampert's not great. It's good, but it's not great. So, Driplin's gone. He goes Kingdra. Here, I recovered to Scout, and I completely forgot that this thing gets Hurricane. So here, I could have just clicked Draco Meteor and just fully killed this thing. But once again, I decided to go Bronzong, because now that Swampert is dead, he really has no good way of dealing with Iron Defense Body Press Bronzong. So here, Fire Punch. I believe I just go to +6 here. He does get the Fire Punch burn, which means we just rest, which is completely fine with us. We just click rest. Just he gets his first flinch out of 5. So a 60% chance to flinch, and he gets 1 out of 5, which is very bad, very sad. And here, he has no real way of dealing with Bronzong, because we are heat proof for a Specs Fire Blast Dialga if he does have it. And Bronzong here just claims the rest. I could have gone for game a lot earlier looking back at this and re-watching this, because he didn't know I was heat proof at the time until we clicked Fire Punch for the first time. Here's the burn here, which is just longevity. It just means that this battle goes on for like an extra 5 turns. And we win our game 6-0 after a devastating loss last week in week 2 against Happy Dude. Again, we should have won, but RNG came to bite us in the ass like it usually does. Yeah, but looking back at it, when I clicked 9 defense for the first time on the Swampert switch in, I probably could have gone for a game there, because he didn't know I was heat proof. But yeah, Bronzong did its thing. It was actually with no Feeny, because Feeny was the one thing that stopped Bronzong. Like, Taunt Feeny was the one thing that stopped Bronzong. Which is why I'm really glad he didn't bring Feeny. I'm honestly a little shocked he didn't bring Feeny. I can understand why into a Sun team, but still, Nature's Madness, clean 50% each time, or half health, is great. But yeah, Bronzong did its thing. Ended up claiming, I think, 4. Yeah, ended up claiming the last 4. GG's to Fatty. Thank you so much for the games. And yeah, bouncing back with a 6-0. I believe we are 2-1, +8 now, guys, going into week 4. And we are up against a very tough opponent in Daddy Duck or DDA. I'm going to try my absolute darn best, because this is probably our scariest matchup yet. But yeah, until next time, guys, stay safe, be yourself, and peace.